This is a crisp, beautiful Thanksgiving morning up here in the high desert. And during this time of the year, we have a tendency to eat too much holiday foods and kind of mess up our digestive system. And I have to say, to a small degree, I've been guilty of the same. But I've got this book this is just a book that's perfect to suggest right before the holiday season. And it's called Digestive Wellness by a woman named Elizabeth Lipinski. Very, very good book. Definitely suggest anyone to read this book. And Lalaine, if you're watching, I definitely suggest you read this book because I think it's kind of ridiculous. But I know how you young actresses worry so much about, your weight and everything. And, they've done research and they found that a person has a healthy digestive system. They're able to process food better, and therefore it helps them lose weight easier. So many people are so sensationalistic and judgmental about weight loss. They say it's just about discipline and putting your nose to the grindstone and anybody can do it. But sometimes it's a little bit more of a complicated medical issue than most people realize. And it's definitely true. They've done research. The healthier digestive system is, the easier it is to lose weight. You don't have to work so hard at it. But anyways, like I said, I've never thought you were overweight once in your life. And I think the media is way too obsessed with super thin women. You get these supermodels today. To be perfectly honest, in my opinion, they have the bodies of 12-year-olds, And in a way, I think that's kind of the whole point, because I think the reason that the media is so obsessed with that is because the media has a Lolita fetish. They want not only a sense that they want grown women to look like 12-year-olds, but also in regards to how the media portrays young actresses. They'll often have some kind of moral excuse for it, like in the movie American Beauty. There's supposed to have been some kind of moral point they were trying to make to the movie. I have no idea what it was. But in this movie, they thought that was a good enough excuse for them to show these young girls in very improper and risque scenes, And more recently, they had a movie on Lifetime, which starred that young actress. I can't remember her name, but she's one that people often get confused with Lalaine because they're both Filipino descent. But anyways, this movie, the whole point of the whole movie was the issue of group sex. And, they really made a big issue of it, really sensationalized it, made it sound like it was the biggest moral issue ever. I mean, here, this is in a country where people, huge amount of porn is consumed and gay marriage is consumed, and they're trying to make this sound like a big issue, group sex was the biggest issue ever was. And it seems kind of ridiculous to me because, to be perfectly honest, I've known people who have a thing for group sex, and that's a lifestyle they practice, and they seem like very level-headed, nice, decent people. I think as long as it's between consenting adult friends in the privacy of their own home, it's not a big deal. But in this movie, I only saw a little bit of the movie, they really made it sound like it was a big, big moral issue. And it was kind of one of those emperor has no clothes on kind of moments to me, where I come to realize that what they were doing is they're using the sensationalization of this issue to distract people from a more important fact that they were putting these young people in very risque scenes and everything. And, I just thought it was ridiculous. I can't say the movie was as bad as the movie American Beauty, but the thing is that this movie was made for Lifetime, made for TV movie for Lifetime. And I thought that was, Lifetime is kind of like the Disney Channel or Family Channel. Of course, to be perfectly honest, even on the Disney Channel and Family Channel, they have a tendency to sexualize, especially young women. They have a tendency to sexualize them way too much. And a book that I would like to suggest, and that talks about this issue, is The Lolita Effect by an M.G.G. Durant. And this is a very good book. And if Lalaine, if you happen to be watching, I really suggest you to read this book. Because this book talks about media ecology, kind of like the book Flickering Pixels. And, it mainly focuses on young women in Hollywood. It talks about Britney Spears and Hilary Duff, which you co-starred with, and Miley Cyrus. And, being a young woman growing up in Hollywood, Lalaine, I think you probably could relate to a lot of things that it talks about. And, Lalaine, I remember on an episode of Flipside, you said that you felt that you were meant to be in the entertainment industry. And I do think that's true. That's part of God's plan for your life. But I think that God has a deeper plan. I know I've heard that you want to write a book, and I think that's a great idea. I really encourage you to do that, and I'll be praying about it. And, Lalaine, I think that by reading this book, it might help inspire some of your own ideas in your writing. And, one thing I want to comment about is, Lalaine, I said this on a previous video, is that I think you must have had a good upbringing, because unlike most of the young actresses today, I never saw you depicted in an improper way when you were young. And, I have so much respect for you in that. And it was cute. I was on this website, and you were talking about how you were sincerely concerned that on your on the cover of your CD, I'm Not Your Girl, that you said you were sincerely concerned that your skirt was too short. And as you can see, there's hardly any legs showing there at all. But it just seems so sweet that was something that, you were sincerely worried about, So, I think you're a very sweet and decent young woman. And, I have a great deal of respect for you. And it's like it says in the book of Numbers, chapter 11, verse 1, or maybe it's chapter 1, verse 11, I can't remember. It really talks about how, it's a sin for us to not be grateful for all the things that God has given us. And especially this being Thanksgiving, I'm trying to think about things that I'm thankful of. And, Lalaine, something that I'm really, really thankful of is I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for all the ways in which you influence good in my life, and I have so much respect for you, and I pray for you every day. I really, really encourage you to write a book, and I have so much respect for you. And I'm going to show a little video clip of one of my favorite episodes of Flipside. And you were so cute and precious in it, like always. And also it has beautiful singing in it as well. So I hope you enjoy, and anyone else out there watching, I hope you enjoy as well. And I just want to say God bless you. And once again, Lalaine, thank you. Thank you so much for being you. And God bless. Bye-bye.
How are you?
Come to the Philippines and fine, and you?
Oh, I'm good.
Right.
You sounded awesome, by the way.
Thank
I
you.
was listening. Your song, Anak,
Yeah.
a very intense song when I was listening to it. What's the story behind it? Like, where'd you come up?
The song Anak is actually about me. I was a very stubborn child, and the prodigal son I'm talking about in the song. So I decided to write the song Anak to show how sorry I am for my father and my mother.
That's amazing.
That's it. And would you like to?
I want
yeah,
to.
would you like to come with me the song?
Love to.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Silang ka sa mundo ko, naging tuwa ng magulang mo. Ang kamay nila ang iyong tila.
Ang nanay at tatay di malaman ng gagawin. Namaste, pag-ipot mo.
Sa hirap ng tuyat ng iyong nanay, sa pagtimpla ng gatas mo. Sa umaga na may halong ka ng iyong amang tuwang-tuwa sa'yo.
Ngayon na ay malangit ka na, nais mo'y maging malaya.
Di masirampay at walang magagawa.
Yes, likewise. But before you go, remember I asked you to write something earlier?
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's my gift to you. Listen. Here we go.
Okay.